Good evening, y'all. Welcome to Wednesday. We are halfway through. Let me adjust my microphone just a little bit. I don't know if that's any better. But, and I can adjust my audio just a little bit. There we go. Maybe. Oh my goodness. Hello, guys. Dragon, honey, how are you? Love to see you. All the way from across the house. Ursinus, Red, good to check in. Dragon, there's a check-in redeem. I don't know if you can see it because of the points or whatever that you have. It's very cheap, and that's a way to log how many times you've tuned in. And anybody else who's listening. But yeah, it's good to see you guys. I'm trying to catch up. Wow. Who's who of Bear World? I guess. We got all different species right now. I mean, I'm a bear, but a dog. And then we got a bear in chat. And we got a lion in chat. And we got a dragon in chat. Who wrecks things. Where is this bear? I was actually waiting for and apparently the ad timed right with when I was about to start. So I was waiting for it to finish just in case. Must have taken a nap. Oh, there he be. Hello, yes. Zeo dog. That's right. What's up, dog? Oh, hun. Why? I need to fix that thing, by the way, because you can't even read it. But thank you for the subscription. Oh my goodness. You don't have to do that. Aw, thank you so much. You see here. I mean, if you're looking for the check-in, that wasn't it. You don't even need to be a subscriber to check in. In fact, I don't have a lot of perks for subscribers just yet, other than the ad-free viewing. But very close. Some things are actually on the way now. Some special things. So, like, as in, money's been paid. It's coming. They're coming. Watch out. The perk is supporting. Oh, Ursinus, my heart. Your money is my money. Oh, what you doing with our money, honey? Just kidding. Who you investing it in? Oh my goodness. I don't know her. Whatever. Special things. Well, I mean, some like exclusive things, I guess you should say, or variety. I mean, I guess I don't know why I'm playing coy about it. I have officially ordered emotes. They are on the way. Several of them, like more than one. And I'll be doing a cool spread of them and stuff. But emotes are on the way. It'll take, I don't know, probably a month or something, a few weeks. I don't know. Depends on the artist. Invested in dogs. DAWGS. That's right. Oh, you guys are precious. Love you guys. But yes, that stuff's on the way. I'm excited. I'm so excited for them. Tickled to pieces, actually, because couldn't have picked better people to do them, I think. I mean, I love what they do. Ooh, hydrate. That's a new one. Let's take a sip with Dragon. I've got my glass of water right here. Yeah. How's y'all's week before we dive in and stuff? You guys making it? Anything special? Anything, we'll say this is a weekly wins day, as in like your wins. What are your wins for the week, y'all? This is a chill, kind of a chatting one. Oh, wait, a dad joke? This is my first dad joke? I'm not even prepared. Let me open this up. Oh wait, no, it's not my first. It's my second. I remember the last time yes, it was already redeemed. You see. Let me open up my file. Where the heck do I keep anything on my computer? There's too many folders. Let me just check my database. This one was done last week. What was last week? 4/8. Really quick before I read that. So doing pretty good. Chill week so far. Let's see what you did there. That's right. We'll just go to the top. What did the green grape say to the purple grape? Any takers? Database. Wow. I know. The levels I will stoop to. But yes, what did the green grape say to the purple grape? Nothing. You ate them. Red. I would probably do the same, honestly. Breathe, you dummy. That's what he said to him. It cracked me up. Actually, it cracked up the entire family last holiday. I think it was last year. I had to write it down. It was just so freaking funny. Cracked up the whole family. I'll just keep this up just in case. Terrible. I know. You know what's not on the dad joke list? Because I will absolutely say it probably every time I make a dad joke. Oh, bless you. Bless you, dragon. But what's not on the dad joke list, because I will say it almost every time, maybe, depends, is when does a joke become a dad joke? When it's full grown and it becomes apparent. That's a good one. Love that one. It's like the quintessential dad joke because it's about dad jokes. But glad to hear you guys are doing good. Nothing too much to report. I think you said Ursinus. That's good. Chill week so far. Love it. Love it. Love to hear it. So yeah. Nervous wreck again, obviously. But that's fine. This is something neat. I'm experimenting. I gotta give myself some grace. I did not practice like I wanted to. I spent a lot of time, I guess, thinking about story more than figuring out tech. So we'll see how it goes. Don't tell anybody. Go to run by. Wait, dragon. Let me show you a screen really quick. You haven't seen this. If you're still there, it's not a big deal. But it's this thing. I've got this set up, hon. Check it out. Let me fix my face. Oh, that's a little too much. That's better. But check it out, hon. In fact, I can draw on it in real time. Isn't that neat? I think that's super cool. I haven't worked out all the like framing and stuff because I want to be able to zoom in or change the way it's there to kind of highlight it a bit, but it's there. It's there. And it works. Oh my goodness. Yeah, let me get rid of all that. Oh, not that I love you any less, but everybody already knows, right? So, yeah, okay. Have a good night, hon. Sleep well. Yeah, worst kept secret. Ugh, I guess. So, yeah, where to start? So I've been thinking about a particular story. Benji might even think it's a memory, maybe. Who knows if it's true? We'll see. Also, checking on volume levels. I'm trying to keep my tabs on that. Because I don't want to overpower and stuff. I'm trying to learn. So give me feedback, always. Yeah. I think it was a place that looked kind of like this. It's a coastal town. Kind of nestled in a little cove, right? I think it was. Just a bit. Don't quite remember where, but it was really really pretty. A beach town? Could be. They might have had some beaches, but there's a lot of rocks around this one. Kind of like the west coast, I guess. Northwest. But yeah, I think it was kind of a place like this. Coastal, go with the tides. Things are familiar with rhythms. They get used to telling time by that. People know the sea. They kind of respect it. They know what it can bring. Let's see if I can do this. I'm always hit or miss on whether I like to do like accented shorelines like this, right? But sometimes I think it's pretty cool. I gotta get used to the pressure sensitivity of my pen, obviously. But yeah. Got a coastline. There's even a harbor right over here. You guys able to see that okay? Trying to get used to the size of everything. It's a small town, not too many people, but it's cozy. People know each other. Sometimes there's visitors. They kind of rely on the water quite a bit, at least to bring what they need. Fishing village, yeah. I think they have a lot of fishing actually. And obviously, as with small towns, there's a lighthouse. Fishing towns, right? Let me see if we can do that. I'm going to break my own rule about erasing. I just want to try it out. Bear with me. Ooh, sort of. Hey, it kind of worked. Kind of worked. Got away with it this time. Lighthouses are amazing. If you ever get a chance to go to Maine, there's a lot of really cool lighthouses. I got to tour some of them. It's really cool. But yeah, the lighthouse is, I mean, it's always lit. In fact, it's never questioned. People don't really think that much about it usually. It's just kind of always there, right? Maybe there's more than one dock. Do I dare try to erase between the lines? Sorta. We're getting better. Of course, roads do connect it over land. There's, you know, as with all coastal towns, there's more than one way to get there. Fixture for the village that's just always been there. Yeah. You ever had something like that? I guess in your lives where you almost don't notice something because it's just always there. Kind of an anchor in your world. Now, of course, there was two of them in this town. Two of them. It's a bad way of saying it. There was a couple, and they, as with all couples, have their problems, but they really loved each other a lot. They were quiet. They tended to keep to themselves a lot. But, they just lived life. They loved where they were. Been together, I don't know, a few years. They might be married. I don't quite remember. But, things happen. Nothing too bad, but one of them had to go away for a bit. And of course, the last ship of the season was about to set sail. Wasn't sure when he was going to be back, but he promised to be back. So, yeah, he had to leave, and of course, because his partner trusts him and wants the best for him and to be successful, he went, or he let him go. They weren't apart or anything, but one was a homebody, and he liked where he was. Didn't have the drive to go and pursue things far away, but his partner did, but supported him in it. So the town was already pretty quiet, right? Maybe they lived in this house. Add a little more to it. Give them a tree. Just so we know. But I don't know if you've ever been away from your loved ones for a period of time. Things get quiet and it feels different. Routines shift just a little bit. That's the way it goes. Yeah, definitely. Ursanus, Astral goes on his trips quite a bit. But it's so great that he's able to do that. He'll be in Brazil for 3 weeks? Man. That's a pretty exotic place. Hope he stays safe. But I'm sure it would be beautiful and so cool. Hope he brings back lots of pictures. Really. He has so many friends there. Happy for him. And I think I like the quiet. You like the quiet solo time sometimes. I get that. I do. Yeah. But so the one who stayed, remember that lighthouse? Kind of becomes a little bit of an anchor. A bit of hope, right? Something that's there all the time. A light, a guide. It means something. And so he kind of turned it into a routine to watch it. It's kind of funny what you start paying attention to when you're waiting. We're going to draw some kind of rinky-dink boats. I didn't actually study up on my boat designs. Oops. Yeah. Just means you get extra creative with them, I guess. You definitely get the cozy feel a little bit, right? Yeah. Now he left. His partner left at the end of the season. Nights pass, time moves on, and this isn't a particularly advanced town. We're not going to say we're really technological and stuff. Maybe it's a fantasy story. But you wonder sometimes. He has brief moments where he's like, what if something happened? But he doesn't trust him, right? He can't. Seasons pass, not seasons. I don't know how long this was. We'll say I don't remember. But anytime can feel like forever. Also, an ad's coming up. I do plan on pausing and just kind of chatting during that time. Just so, for any viewers who are in the middle of the ad, we won't be talking about the story during it. There's no grand reveals or anything. But, you always ask yourself, how long would it take you before you start wondering things? But we push them away. Mentioned it's pretty rocky terrain. I gotta fill that in a little bit. There's a lighthouse here. It's gonna try to direct you where to help you see where you're going, get your bearings. There's quite a few rocks out in the ocean. Even some little islands. So yeah, anytime there's a windy day, the guy's always wondering. We'll feel a chill. Just look to the lighthouse. Source of comfort. have to do better about islands. I think I changed in the middle, like how I wanted to structure them, but that's okay. So this is the part. Yeah, we'll pause here before I proceed. Let the ad pass. Just build our environment a little bit. Ooh, there should be apple trees. Back of this farm. I'm sure they have like a harvest, pretty big harvest time when the whole town shows up. Sure, there's actually a little lake right here. See if I can do what I did with my little shoreline. Oh, there's an ad going on, so I think there is. I'm not really sure. So we'll pause for a minute. Filling it in, probably making it too dense. I'll have to do feedback on that, or like have some feedback on it, but it's a little bit better, a little more organized. Pause for the ads, that's right. Oh man, that's so funny. You guys, mind link. Oh, thank you, Bear. Thank you. Hey, that's Ursinus. Oh yeah, that's you. You said at Red and I. But yes, you have a mind link. Now I'm going to switch gears a little bit while there's an ad going on. I'm going to experiment with changing music. This is the time to do it before everything is crazy, or before I, this is how I learn what works and what doesn't. The thing is, I have another playlist that is it's not so chill like this, but it's also not, it's not bad. It's not intense. It's just more ambiance, maybe. Perfect time to change it. Let's just see. We may have to skip things as we go. Dubstep, that's right. Is that audible to y'all? Since you guys can hear it, or like, since you guys aren't on ads. Okay, cool. So yeah, anyways, we're just chilling. It'll be over in just a bit. Oh, you can't hear it, Red? Bring it up just a little bit. It's subtle. Like I said, this is more like atmospheric sound. We'll see how it is for now. It's not got a lot of instruments in it, so it can be a little louder, I think. Yeah. So, well, welcome back. Anybody who was in the ads. Well, in this paradise, of waiting coastal town, not everything stays the same. And a storm tends to build. It wasn't very sudden, but people aren't very used to, you know, the kind of intensity that this one was. And maybe it wasn't as bad as, you know, it felt. But it felt like a kind of an otherworldly storm. The waves really picked up. And they crashed across the harbor, making any passage in pretty much impossible. The whole day darkened. It wasn't night yet, but the whole day darkened. Winds picked up. Clouds darkened overhead. Until the lightning and the thunder got so intense that the town started noticing. Everybody started noticing. They got to do something about it. So they started pulling in. Doors were shut. Harbor was officially closed. And all the longshoremen, or whatever you would call the dock, the fishermen, had to secure their ships, their boats, and get out of there. It's too dangerous. And then dusk starts to fall, but the storm wasn't letting up. It was kind of, people were starting to wonder, it's the first time they'd seen a storm like this. And what really caused people to see that way is the lighthouse went out. That's not very close to the town. It's a mile or two of a solid hike to get to it. Ooh, what was that? Oh, that was probably an emoji. I saw it on the map. But yeah, the lighthouse went out in the middle of this storm. And when you have something that constant, what would you do if it went away? People were confused. People were concerned. But nobody really... I mean, how are you going to get up to the lighthouse in the middle of the storm? I mean, it's technically, like, they're not going to get hurt. But the lighthouse has a purpose, right? Gareth, it's good to see you. Welcome in. Big hugs. Thank you for checking in. Kind of came in at a little bit more intense part. But yeah, I mean, there's a one lighthouse keeper. He's kind of an older guy. Everybody knew him. They wouldn't see him very much. He's always up there, right? So nobody really had an answer, and they couldn't go in the middle of the storm. I'm just trying to draw here that there's a cliff face all along here. All right, they put the lighthouse up on the highest spot, most visible. Oof, I didn't quite translate how I wanted to, but that's okay. So, of course, they decide that, you know, they got to be safe. They got to think of safety. So they're going to wait till morning. Sorry, just a little boardwalk, but so they can't go do anything. Of course, the one who stayed behind, that lighthouse meant something to him over time. The absence of his partner made it more than what it was, so he couldn't let it sleep. But also, I mean, they've been gone for so long. Their partner's been gone for so long. I mean, they wouldn't come back tonight, right? I mean, it might not matter. Someone could go later. That would be the smart thing to do. But to him, he decided it didn't matter. And in the middle of this swirling storm, it's kicking up waves, sea spray. It's too dark to see. He takes a step out on the very treacherous path up the cliffside. That is a terrible dotted line to that lighthouse. Hard to see. The ground's pretty rough and rocky. Lots of wind up there. This is the high point. Can't really tell, but he might be around halfway there. So what little lights he can see, he can still see a little lights from the town. But you know, he could turn back. He asks himself to suggest that to himself the whole time. Something in him won't let him. Continues anyways. Even through the slips and the falls. In fact, I think this part in particular takes him a while to get across. The tree fell down. Getting heavy, y'all. Gareth, I hope you've had a great week. So good to see you. So far, so good. How about y'all? It's been all right. Work's been work, but it's good to be able to come home and not think about it sometimes. Nothing wrong with it, just intense. Well, he's not quite positive where he's at, but around here, he loses sight of the town completely. Can't see it. It's not there. The only thing that he can see, that allows him to see, is the flashes of lightning that happen pretty frequently, but it's very disorienting. You can't go back easily now. What are some things that would go through your mind? I mean, he kind of switches back on himself when he realizes the next flash of lightning that it's not the right way. Can almost see the lighthouse silhouette in the distance for every time it flashes. I know he is asking himself, telling himself, his logic side of his brain saying, they're not even out there. What are you worried about? Being truly lost would be terrifying. Yes, Red, I agree. A lot of what ifs. But he turns back this way because there is one part that is undeniable. That last bit to the lighthouse. It's a series of rather steep stairs carved into the rocks. That go up to the lighthouse. He knows where he's at now. Somehow he made it. But those stairs are not, this is the hardest part. One step at a time. Trying not to get blown off. The slipperiness of the water. Something inside him doesn't stop. And he does make it to the top. Practically crawling. In fact, not practically, very much crawling. Because the wind's too strong. You can only crawl. But he makes it up to the lighthouse door. The thing that kept him going up those stairs, it doesn't matter if they're out there. It doesn't matter if they're not. That light still had to be lit. Well, so he made it up. He made it up to the lighthouse. That's a pretty big win. beaten as he was. But it's still broken. He does find the keeper, the old lighthouse keeper, who's not young like he used to be. It's not an easy fix to fix the light. In fact, it might not be fixable for a long time. But the lighthouses do have a backup beacon. It doesn't have the same kind of oil reserves like the main lantern does. But it does have a backup, and the old man just can't keep it up. But he's not alone now. That lighthouse keeper has help. And so they get the backup lantern lit. And in the middle of the storm, there's hope again. The night stretches on, and they have to keep tending it, keeping it protected from the wind, the gusts. Water puts it out. They gotta relight it. And that night is the longest night of his life. In fact, it was too much. And his body starts giving out. As with anybody. Fighting nature. I'll draw straight lines one day. I'll figure that out. But and whether it was the light going out or just his consciousness, but his vision fades into black. He's not quite sure how long all that lasted. But eventually he kind of starts being aware of what's going on around him. And realizes somebody's there. He tries to stir, but it's pretty difficult. He's very beat up. He'd never given so much effort in his life. Kind of barely opens his eyes, and very bright out. The storm had ended. and the sun's out. And it shows him a familiar face. And a voice he's been longing for. Just tells him, I saw the light. That's it. It's kind of funny thing about the hard roads. This is what kind of made me think about this kind of story. Is that they don't get easier just because you found a reason to stick out the difficult road. But you do stop asking yourself if you can make it. You just do. So yeah. That's it. I guess as a little closing thought, another boat on the horizon. A little bit larger one. With someone seeing the lighthouse too. And seeing it the same way it's been seen 100 times before. They saw the light too. Thank y'all. I wasn't looking for applause, but oh, it warms my heart. So, we're still working on pacing, but we did a lot better this time. And it doesn't look like I got out of the boundaries on the map, so I still did pretty good. But thank you, drawing and telling a story. Thank you. It is nice. I love that personally. I like watching that. I like the visual and the audio. Aries, hello. Thank you for checking in. It's good to see you. Hello, kitty. We got lions, tigers, and bears in chat now. And then a wolf crow. And they can be the mediator. There's a big brawl. Just kidding. Yes. Thank you, Ursinus. Yeah. We're getting better. I do think it's better. I need to practice with this a whole lot more. And figure out more ways to make it a little bit sharper, a little bit better. I'm still terrified. I'm still like all just pencil drawing because it's, I don't know, it feels easier at the moment, but tablet drawing is a whole level. But yeah, I appreciate that. That was kind of a special story. I spent a lot of time trying to figure out that one and rewriting it. I'm trying to keep the stories. I'm still okay with keeping the stories short, but concise. You know, one main thread by the end of it. Just because I think that's all I could make up in a week. If I want to try to keep a weekly cadence, I could do something better, longer, but I wouldn't be able to do it as much. So I don't know. Again, I'm just feeling it out. I just appreciate you guys being here. We'll see what I can do for the next one. Let's save. I should add a save redeem, you know? And actually, as cool as the mood ambiance music is, let's go back to our chill or our cabin music. Finding the balance will come. Thanks. Yes. A save redeem. Yes. That would be good. Yeah. Any thoughts, y'all? What do you guys got planned, or does this, you know, did this bring up any memories of y'all you want to share? I don't know. This isn't part of the plan. I'm just filling a little space, and I just don't want the time to end with y'all to end just yet. I forgot something. Well, it's okay. I'll get there. Love the overall arc of the story. Very dramatic and inspiring. Oh, thank you. I'm always wondering if it's too dramatic or not enough. Always the balance, I guess. Lighthouses make you think of your mom. They've been a big part of her life for ages. That's super sweet. That's super sweet. Actually, I think an ad's going on right now, or soon. Yeah, lighthouses, I haven't had a lot of attachment growing up to them myself. At least not as like in the physical sense, but I always looked up to them. Any story I read that had to do with them, they were a symbol of hope, symbol of direction. And I built model lighthouses. I've had little ceramic ones that I bought myself as a little kid. Put on my shelf. The ceramic ones that you painted it. I don't know if I still have it, but you know, it's just iconic. It's a nice short story. Your brain starts to think more deeply into it. Who are these people? Deeper lore, etc. Yeah, I could do that. I could get into lore a little bit into the characters, but I was keeping it light for now. Again, I'm understanding pacing. I do think it was much better this time than last time. But yeah. And who knows, if I get comfortable, could do a thread of them where it spans a couple evenings. Model lighthouses, yeah, it was super cool. I built a couple of them. The coolest one actually had electronics in it, and I could, 12-year-old kid building a model lighthouse, figuring out it was how the electronics work, and it didn't actually light up for very long. I don't even remember what happened to it, if it broke or if like the batteries corroded or whatever. But yeah, it used to have a light in it and stuff. I remember it was also one that I could paint, but I never did paint it because I didn't paint that one. I painted the little ceramic one, just in the mood that day, but I never painted the wooden model one I made. Yeah, you were just thinking of yourself. Yourself, that's you getting into the story. Aw. That's sweet. I'm glad it was meant a little bit of something. So yeah, I think the ad's done. So I don't want to just fill dead space. Anybody have ideas you want to do for another 30 minutes? If not, we can end this at an hour. It's not a big deal. But if there's something we want to do for 30 minutes, I can't do a lot. We can do something, maybe. Lovely midweek break for the crazy stuff. I know, and since it is 8:30, I know, Red, you probably got to get going soon. Being all an hour later and stuff there. Not that I want you to leave. You stay. Just kidding, you're a cat. You don't stay. Impromptu bear drawing? Yeah. There's always something in your mind that kind of fantasizes or romanticizes being able to just draw on the fly and talk through something on the fly and no planning, just in the moment. There's a kind of a romantic feel to that, but maybe that's a Hollywood thing. It's really, really hard. And the only reason I think this story turned out a little bit better than last time is I spent more time preparing. You know, going through and rewriting, started with a few different drafts, a few different quotes even as the inspiration, and had to redo it because it just wasn't working. But I didn't want to force it. So there is some preparation. Now, what I didn't prepare is I never drew the map. That was all brand new with the story. Just something I thought about as I went, and I'll get better about that. You're gonna head out, you think? Still need to make lunch for tomorrow and go to bed. Understandable, Red. I appreciate seeing your face every time. No stay, only nap. Aw, you can nap on stream. It's fine. One day I'll have little like character. No, I don't know if I will one day. I don't know. I see this on other streams and I think it's pretty cool when you have a little character for people that are either watching or that people can redeem and like have either napping or roaming around like at the bottom of the screen. That would be pretty sweet. You could be like a napping cat with that just kind of breathes up and down or whatever. Coming up with all this is a big deal. Yeah, well, yeah, it'll get better. You know, practice and, you know, time. Can't get away from the time. No amount of raw talent can replace hard work. I was gonna say though, just as an idea for the next 30 minutes, if you want to draw a bear like you do once a day, or maybe a dog this time since you're Benji. Ooh. I haven't done it yet. At least the one I would do tonight, so I could do that here on this. Naps on stream. Good night, Red. You could do something on the fly based on chat input. That would be, and I do like that idea. I think I need to get a bit more comfortable, so we'll wait a couple weeks for that. But I do love that idea. All right, good night, Red. Sleep well. Big bear hugs. Okay, well then let me go ahead and we'll save it again compulsively. Open the blank. Where is the blank? Again, way too many folders on this computer. Oh, and it's all freaking messed up. Don't look, guys, it's ruining the magic. It's so janky. Oh my god. And now you guys are never gonna not see the seam. Oops. Should have changed screens. Whatever, it's fine. You saw nothing? That's right. Oh my gosh. So what I was gonna do is I was gonna go back to a bit more real life reference stuff, since I did like 3 days of muscle study, 3 days of cartoons, and I don't know, I'm not gonna brag. I don't like to brag about myself because I'm not a good artist yet. I'm getting there, but every single one of those last 3 cartoon bears had no reference. It was just, I thought of it, wrote down some notes and drew it, and I'm tickled to pieces just because I have never been able to do that before this year. To just draw without a reference, and it looked so kind of, I don't know, actually like a cartoon. So we can do another cartoon one. What's the premise? Ursinus, you're signing me up for this. What's he looking? What's he look like? What's he doing? Do we continue with the same style? Probably easiest on the fly because I've never really drawn with an audience. It's nerve-wracking. Wait a minute, where's my little... Nope. Do I have a sad? Nope, I don't think I have sad. I have angry. Blushy. There we go. That's pretty realistic to be blushing about this. But there's some of your favorites of the entire series. Thanks. Yes, with no references. And so we could do, if I draw a dog, that's fine, but I'll still have to draw a bear. So we can do, I would prefer to do the bear, because I do got to get up in the morning. Let's see, what were some of my other ideas? We could do some, let's just do some like test sketching, and we'll figure out what we want to refine. Whoa. What is it doing? That is not what I thought it was. Let's drop this size down. Yeah, let's do some sketching. So we could do something like this. Where he's just kind of ass in the air looking at something, but that's kind of pretty similar to what we did, just from a different angle. That was actually the original idea to do with the one that where he's like looking at the ants, but then I changed the view. But we could I feel like he should be getting into trouble. I feel like he should be getting into trouble, right? You know what I haven't done? I haven't done the crying. The crying emotion. You love that pose? Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. We'll keep it in mind. But let me I've got something else brewing. I'm tapping my head with the pen. Can't see. That's fine. Let's see, what was it again? Not getting the flow quite right. It's just a rough sketch, doesn't have to be perfect right now. Quite figured out how I drew that nose for the first time. It turned out too good that I haven't been able to like really reverse engineer it. Okay, that is awful. We're definitely undoing using it. I'm not drawing a map. I have no conscious about using the undo button here. Sad bear. Been there before designing a sound, and I'm like, hey, how did I do that? Yes. I think I'm just trying to draw a really bad angle. I keep doing that with the eye. Freaking A. We'll refine it, but it'll be kind of like this with big teardrops coming around out. Like he's crying because he's in jail. Maybe the bees put him in jail. I don't know. So that's an idea. That's an idea. We can also change up style entirely. I'm trying to experiment with styles a lot. And Pharaoh, it's great to see you. Welcome in. Hope you've been well. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Do you have any wins to share with us? Wins for the evening. Wins for the week. Something, a big punch of encouragement to get us through. I have an idea. I have another one idea. We got done with the map drawing, so now I'm doing a little bit of just my daily bear. I'm actually just using the next 30 minutes to do that. Ursinus's idea. You mostly did art today. That's great. How's the piece coming up? The bunny piece. Did you finish that? I can't remember if you finished that. Was it yesterday or the day before? But yes, actually, let me do that. I've been so awful about all that. So let me see. Make sure the shout out command actually still works. I changed it up recently. There we go. Yes. Oh, it says you were doing Doom. That's cool. Uh-oh. Yes. And Pharaoh is a wonderful being. I do art. And a variety of other things. Just super sweet. And we have we have a few streamers in here. I'll give you all shout outs. Y'all should go check each other out. You guys are all fantastic people. There we go. And I know Aries was in here earlier. Not sure if he still is, but that's okay. Gareth, do you stream? I don't know if I remember. I don't. And I apologize if you say you don't, or you did, and I haven't acknowledged you properly. You're still here, Aries. Good to see you. You're working on some stuff. Excellent. It's a Wednesday. We're gonna be productive a little bit. Tomorrow's Thursday, which is the big thing about Thursday is looking forward to Friday. But so what am I thinking with this one? Changing up styles. Sometimes that's where the worst things happen. Sometimes that's where inspiration happens. I don't like the nose. Oh my gosh. My titties. That's another jacket for your collection. They'll make a fine addition. It's Togo, or no, that doesn't work either. I was gonna say Togo Ditties, but whatever. That's kind of weird. Togo Tibbies. How about we just give him a smaller Pooh Bear type nose? I have never drawn crossed legs before in my life, and all of a sudden I don't know how anatomy works. Oh, let me look at my own legs. Okay, so first of all, this has got to be more of a front-facing foot. It can be wide, that's fine. This is awful. I don't know what I'm drawing. Don't look, guys. Oh, how do you cross your freaking legs? I'm going to cheat. I've got to go look at human crossed legs. What does that freaking look like? Okay. I could cross behind. Crossed legs are hard to draw. Also, why am I being all dramatic and angry? So those are hotkeys on my keyboard. So when I type, like I'm hitting those keys. That's why it happens. And I think it's hilarious. So I'm not changing it yet until it becomes unbearable. Okay, so let's expand upon that. So let's see about putting it, oh, here we go. That's better, actually, I think. However, it's not going to come across. I think we could just gotta leave it like that, huh? Actually, I don't think it needs anything between it. Does that look like cross legs to you? I don't know. Maybe they don't need to be. I'm probably just like putting too much work into this. Or too much thought into forcing it to work because that's what's in my head. But y'all get the vision, right? He's just very casual. I have not drawn this pose before either. So he's got big shoulders maybe. The belly should follow this leg and really exaggerate this way. I'm really leaning towards this one. I mean, I can keep the other ones and not throw them away, but I'm leaning towards casual bear. It's speaking to me. Ooh, you got my jacket back. On with what's speaking to me? All right. Don't mind if I do. I've always done just little hairs. I'm afraid to actually draw a hairdo on a bear yet. Also, I've been digging the kind of round hair clumps thing. I think that's been pretty cute. You want a dad joke in, Pharaoh? I'll give you a dad joke. I happen to have it up. Okay. You ready for this? I don't know what my hands are doing, but I'm rubbing them together. Why didn't the butterfly go to the dance? Why didn't the butterfly go to the dance? Why? Any thoughts? Any thoughts? Guesses? I don't like those eyes. I can't zoom in because of the way it's positioned. Bear shrug because it was cocooned up. Oh, good one. It could be. Something about you can cocoon? Not quite. So why didn't the butterfly go to the dance? Because it was a mothball. Ba-dum-tsh. I know the drums are coming at the wrong part, but that's fine. That's my cue. Because it was a mothball. Oh wait, I gotta mark that one so I don't repeat it. And maybe 10 years from now, when I'm still streaming, right? I might repeat some of these. We'll see. I'll try not to. I've got a big list. And it's ever growing. Ever groaning even. Oh. All right, what am I doing? What's happening? What's going on? Just trying to give a little bit more definition before I go and try to do line art. Oh, line art is so hard. Line art is so hard. I do not know how line art works in digital art. It's absurd. Unbelievable. How do we do it? In Furrow, how do you do it? It is the hardest thing. Who keeps lines straight? I know how I want to shape this. I'm going to leave. I'm going to make the belly not go all the way across. I think that actually sells the leg behind a little bit better and that the belly's actually hanging over it. Sorry, not sorry for a belly hang. Lines? Well, like I'm talking about like, so I get done sketching and I imagine, or at least this is how I had learned it to work, is there's line art that happens after you do the sketching. I mean, unless you got one of those styles that you just use color as your definition, which I have not even wanted to think about branching into color space yet. That's a lie. I have wanted to, but I have been way too scared. What kind of expression does he have? Does he look bored? Does he look sleepy? Does he look angry? Does he look incredulous? Do we leave his eyes off from this mystery? Ooh, that looks terrible. Oh, I keep doing that part. Weird. This is just the sketch. This part doesn't matter. Yeah, art line. I don't know how it does. I don't know. Like, I feel weird every time I try to do it. I'm not buying the there. All right, so expression. I mean, it's just so easy to put two very concerned cross eyes. Oh, he's looking up. There we go. I think that actually works. It looks kind of funky, but whatever. I think him looking up was the ticket. Now, a more triangle nose might actually fit better. Not entirely sure. I'm just kind of scratching lines here, trying to figure out how to center things a little bit better. I could do the whole thing like Aaron Blaze does and just make the whole shape of the muzzle like a distinct line. It doesn't look bad. I don't know. I haven't done much with it. You're not good at explaining things, sadly. He was trying hard to... You were trying to how to draw... gone to not too long ago. Oh, you were trying to learn how to draw not too long ago as well. I don't quite understand all of that, but sorry. You're good. You are absolutely good, Infuro. All right, I'm delaying, but I think it's time to add our line art. Or attempt to do it. This is gonna suck. Because I can't zoom in. You know what? What if I did zoom in? Just cuz. What if I did? What's it gonna look like? Like trash, actually. Okay. How can I do this? Because I had the pixels all to like that size. I wonder if I could just scale everything. I've never done this before. So let's try something. Nope, that is not what I meant to do. Here we go. This is what I wanted. So let's copy that. We're gonna go to add a new layer. We're gonna hide this one. And now we're gonna paste this one here. And if I go and move it over here, I am learning all of Krita's tools. 138.9. Oh, you were trying to explain how to draw to Gantt 2 on the stream, and you had a hard time explaining what he's doing. That's all right. That is all right. We're fine. We're just drawing here. So, how can I scale this? I've got it selected. How do I... Ooh, does this work? Nope. Aha. There we go. There we go. And I've totally ruined everything. I want to learn and see if Krita has the ability to have a hotkey to put the canvas in the right position and the right zoom by a hotkey. I highly doubt it can do that, but it would be exactly what I need. Oh, you use Krita? Yeah, I did see that on your last stream. I did see you use Krita. That's pretty cool. You bet I could, or do something similar. I'll look into it. I hadn't. That was the technical part that I hadn't looked into over this week. That I wanted to. So I'll see what I can see. Now, what line do I want to use? Oops, wrong tool. Oh, I need to do it on a different layer. And we're going to take this layer and we're going to make it lighter. And then we're going to come to this layer and give him sunglasses because I feel like being dramatic. Maybe that's what we should have done with his eyes. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That's funny. I don't know. That's not the line art tool I want. What about this one? See, it doesn't soften at the edges, so I'm gonna keep looking. That one doesn't either. That one does. Ooh, that's very weight driven. Kind of like it. Maybe try it. Ooh. Maybe that one. Let's do that one. Bet you can't do something similar. Oh, that was you, Urstinus. Yeah, well, we'll see. I'll try. I'll see. Aaron Farrell, also, you love Aaron Blaze. You got some of his courses. That's so good. I haven't bought his courses yet, but I did buy his. I did support his Snow Bear crowdfund thing. What do you call that? GoFundMe. So I'm getting his little game and an original art piece by him, and I am so excited. He's going to be sending that out pretty soon. Yeah, he is utterly brilliant, and there's so much of his work that's just out there for free. He does so much, and he's got some incredible courses I've heard. The Snow Bear animation was incredible. It was very moving. Talk about an excellent story. Took him a few years to draw all that. All right. I don't know what I'm doing. We're going to see what we can do. I hate it already. Just kidding. You say that a lot. Oh no. I hate eyes. Who invented them? And who made them so hard to draw? No, the line weight is working against me. I need to learn how to do brushes. This is why I was afraid of all this. But if I learn this, it's going to improve my maps and everything. That's fine. He's going to have a squarish ear. I'm not worried about it. Looking good. Oh, thank you. Yep. No. Okay, we're turning the whole tablet. Oh, now things are not going to work right. Ugh. Alright, I'm gonna stop making noises. I'm sure it's very annoying. I don't know why I did that. We're starting from the other way. We're gonna lose a finger in this, but no. Nope. I should have done what I should have done from the start. The noises are adorable. Oh, don't say that. Don't say things like that. I also need to do better about moving my arm, not my wrist. You know what I mean? Actually, I think it looked better when it was slightly interfering. Oh, of course, I'm drawing wrong now. What? Almost need to keep the sketch lines just to save me. No. I don't know if I can do line art, guys. This is ridiculous. That was the hardest for you to do when you were trying to draw. Oh yeah, arm instead of wrist. You need to do that. Like literally, I'm like, I should just leave things as sketches forever. That was, oh no, what did I do? Sorry, y'all. Looking good. Aw, thank you. Yes, Belly. He's a bear. I think it's actually capturing this too, so I can do my little replay thing where I put music to it. I always liked doing that. Nope, not buying it. I don't know, is it passable? How do people do line art? Yes. Hydrate, thank you. I haven't been hydrating. Yes. Thank you, Arsonist. Thank you, guys. He's just a guy. Do I need to have the thing around the mouth, the muzzle? Maybe if I change to a different pen. Just accentuate a little bit. Maybe add some little nose things. In fact, I don't need the sketch anymore. Oops. We're gonna do this. I don't know if what I'm doing is gonna help at all. Oops. How do people render great images? One day maybe. One day. Not what I meant to do. I don't know. Is it adding anything? I should have done this in a different layer, but I'm an idiot. I always kind of liked the little freckle marks. That GIF. Oh, the drinking one? Yeah, it's so good, isn't it? All right, I think I'm going to stop tweaking it. I think I'm going to call it this. It is a shaky one, but I did it. Doesn't matter what it looks like. It's just that I drew a bear today. Let me switch to this pen. Maybe this one. What is... Yeah. I'm going to do something very illegal. You guys, I debate myself every time I do this. Most of my drawings have actually been drawn the previous day. You can fire me if you want to. But that's the only way I've been able to keep up, is I always draw on the previous day or the next day. I don't know why I don't just like put today's date and then post it tomorrow with yesterday's date. I don't know why, but that's how I started and I feel stuck. So that's the date of posting. It's a moral dilemma, and you guys can come to my DMs and tell me why I should do something different. But it's gotten me to 105. What is this going to be? 106 bears tomorrow? Maybe it was 105 tomorrow. Save. Now this is going to actually go into a different folder. Thatcher, welcome in. It is good to see you. Good evening. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Bear. Bear. There's a bear. Do you see him? He's looking mighty casual on this chill Wednesday. Here we go. I had to rethink about where everything was. And then now let's export it as JPEG. I should really do PNG though. Oh. Yeah, that's fine. And then, sorry, I'm looking at Critter stuff. I don't need to do this. I can be interacting with y'all. We'll stop the record. Let's export it. Oh, but I gotta think about this. That's gonna make a 1-minute video. Is it now? What happens if I do 47? Let's go with 59, 62. Sorry, I'm doing the exporting Krita so that I can get the playback and put music to it, and go ahead and put that on Blue Sky tomorrow. But you can't see it because it's a different pop-up. Let me just go ahead and do this before I forget. Done. Let's show in folder. See if it did it right. VLC media player is taking way too long. Oh my god. Y'all, it's redrawing the map from last week because that's where it started its recording, and then my save as carried it over. Oh no, it's also drawing the map from this week. What the heck? What? That's so funny. Okay, well, we finally got this. Okay, I'm gonna have to clearly think about how to re-export this differently. But we saved it, so I'm gonna go ahead and be done with that. Well, I'm gonna leave my bit. It is now 8:20 or 9:20. Should probably get things going. But I am tickled to pieces that you all joined me tonight. Oh, for those who joined a little bit later, I'll go ahead and pull up the one we just did, or the map we did today. As a closing moment. Let me change my zooms. Don't look, it's ruining the magic. Okay. That's what we drew today, our story today. You'll have to watch the VOD to hear the rest of the story, but it was a kind of an intense one. But it was a happy ending. Let's see who to rate out. Who? Did we raid Evo recently? I think we did. He's playing Beat Saber. I was watching him before this. He is a trooper. Let's see. Oh, let's raid Spirit Bear. He's a good bean. What is he doing? He's doing a community night. It's been on for 3 hours. Oh, it's community night, but he's also playing... What is this game? I can't even remember what it's called. It's a pretty popular one. Let's raid him. He is a cutie cutie bear. But thank you all for joining. I appreciate y'all. I cannot wait. Friday we're going to be doing some Subnautica again. And we will see you all there, hopefully. Or if you can make it, we'd love to have you. Thank you, Ursinus, for joining the stream. You are amazing. We're building new and creative and inspiring things. You are too. All right, so raid. Spirit Bear Grove.
Okay. Interesting.
Big bear hugs, y'all. Good luck with the rest of your week. The force is with you and all that other good stuff. Yeah, we're ready to go. Bye, y'all. See you on the other side.
Yeah, that looks cool. Let's try this.